Hey, beautiful people out there. Hope everyone's having a good day wherever you are. I was on a couple of days ago and I did a video all about how to get unstuck. And I promised that my next video would be how to get out of a rut. So here we are as a reminder, the 3 steps that I gave you last week for how to get unstuck were change your routine, were ask for a sign, and were ask for help. Hey Anita, how are you? So today we're going to be going a little bit deeper. We're going to be talking about how to get out of a rut. So specific steps that you can take to get yourself moving forward. Now, first of all, before we get started, I wanted to talk about really what it's like. How do you know if you're in a rut? What does that look like? What does that feel like? And usually when we're in a rut, we aren't happy, we feel like crap, really. Life just doesn't feel good. We feel stuck in whatever situation that we're in. We're maybe not comfortable in our own bodies. We're not comfortable or unhappy in our relationship or the job that we're in. Overall, we just don't feel good. And just like, the reason that it's called being in a rut, you can imagine the ruts in the road. It happens a lot here where in the winter when there's this sort of like track of ice and you're trying to drive and you can only go the direction of that road. So basically that's what it is. When you're in a rut, you're stuck in one direction, or at least it can feel that way. It can feel like it can take monumental effort to get from where you're going or the direction that you're going in and to change course. So that's why I wanted to talk about this today. Also, when we're in a rut, sometimes it can be, we can feel like we're going along fine, and then we can go through a major life change, a trauma, a transition, something that can cause us to all of a sudden not feel right with where we are. That can often also wake us up to things that weren't going the way that we wanted in our lives. Possibly things that we had accepted or thought that we, thought that we deserved and didn't realize that we deserved better. So for me, one of the things for me back a couple of years ago that really woke this up for me, I had 2 things that happened, 2 traumas. I had been in a relationship that really wasn't going very well, and then the separation, which even though I chose, was, it was a change, it was a trauma. And then a month after that, I was in a car accident and I had a whiplash injury from that. And those 2 things just kind of set things in motion, but also really caused me to feel stuck for quite some time before I really realized that I had the power and the ability to make these changes. So if you are feeling like you are in this situation, I want you to know that you do have the power, you do have the ability. It's just really harnessing your own strength and power and putting one foot in front of the other. And then, of course, as I'm going through these steps that I'll share with you today, knowing when to ask for help and knowing when to reach out as well, because that is really important as you take these steps to improve your life. And it is something that I know that you can do. I believe in you, and I'm sending you a lot of love if you are struggling with this right now. All right, so let's dive in and talk about the 7 steps for getting out of a rut. All right, step number 1 is to practice unwavering self-love. No matter what situation you're in, how you got into the situation, whether it's something you chose or whether it's something, that happened for whatever reason, we want to really just pause and work on that self-love and that forgiveness. And what often goes hand in hand with this is deepening your spirituality. And this is something that some of us can feel very distanced from or feel very disconnected from as well. So, of course, this is a big step, but it's something that it's important to just have that awareness of. So we're not going to necessarily change this overnight. And self-love is something that's talked about a lot, something you hear said or expressed that we need. And I know that it's easier said than done. So it's just one of those things, though, just to have that awareness. With this also, it's just kind of getting clear and getting really aware of how things are, taking stock, really being honest with yourself about what's going on right now, because we can also be in denial about things. Number 2 is take the time to just pause, surrender, accept where you are. Accept where you are right now. Allow yourself to feel the feelings that you're having. Sometimes we try to avoid them, or we try to numb ourselves from those feelings, and so we really want to do what we can to just be with what's happening and be honest with ourselves. So that's step 2. Step 3 is to ask yourself what you truly need right now. What is it that you need, that can help you just make a small little shift to feeling better here in the moment? So that could be a break. You might need some space. You might need a change of pace. You might need to look at your commitments, reevaluate. You might need a nap. What is it that you need in the moment that can really help you just to give yourself a little bit of breathing room, give yourself a little bit of time, so that you can really be with your own thoughts and understand what it is that you are needing in the moment to help you get out of the situation that you're currently in, or create some shifts to help improve things. Okay, so next step, step 4, is communicating your needs to your loved ones. So really, now that you've had a little bit of time, you've given yourself that time, you have the self-awareness of really what's going on, and the reality check of how things are right now. It's all about communicating your needs to your loved ones, to the people that are in your corner, and just expressing to them what it is that you need in your life to help you feel better. Hey Victoria, how are you? So that's step 4, is just really communicating what it is that you need. Excuse me, I'm going to flip my page here. Step 5, if you are finding that, when you get to the previous step, we're talking about communicating your needs to your loved ones. If you're finding that that's something that, either is hard because the people in your life aren't there for you, they aren't supportive, they aren't listening to you, then that is a signal that there's some community building that is needed for you. This can feel daunting, but it is an important step to really make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people that are cheering for you, that are backing you, that love you for who you are. If you're feeling alone and you're feeling like you don't have this right now, just taking any step that you can to reach out and to make sure that you are, slowly finding a group, finding people that love you. And a lot of it is just, sometimes we can isolate ourselves, but just taking a small step, even looking online, finding a meetup group, finding people that are interested in the same things as you. You'll slowly, if you take that chance, you'll slowly start to meet people that are there, that are supporting you. So, but even if you do have a lot of people around you, you might find that you want to build a community or reach out to a community that are maybe more like-minded, that are interested in the same things as you. Sometimes if you are a sensitive person, a highly sensitive person, an intuitive, an empath, you can feel a little bit different from other people in your life, and connecting with other people that are like you is so amazing. Finding a group or a community, a Facebook group that you can be a part of, where you are treasured and adored and supported. So that is step 5. Step 6 is bring in some fun and some pleasure into your life. Even if things are, really stressful, really uncomfortable at the moment, just finding small ways that you can bring pleasure into your life. And it's pleasure that, fits for you. It's what you really need, what makes you happy, what brings you joy. So that's also very personal. It has to be the right mix of things for you, but it is crucial. We can be so serious you know, especially when things are stressful and difficult, we can just really let all of the joy just kind of drain out of our lives, especially if we're around people that don't have a lot of joy in their lives. That can be contagious. So this becomes another momentum building effort where, you know, you decide for yourself that you deserve joy, you deserve happiness, you deserve love, you deserve lightheartedness. And so, yes, this is a reminder for you for that. Thank you, Victoria. Okay, and step 7 is really, you know, if you're going to or wanting to make changes in your life, you need the time to plan for that. So I think any of us that have tried to embark on a change, you know, trying to do something new, trying to improve things, you realize you need a little bit of time to figure out what that's going to be. So whether you're embarking on, you know, a way to improve your health, you know, you want to set time aside to meal plan. You want to set time aside to figure out what you need to get organized. You want to, you know, make sure no matter what it is that you're doing, you've got time to look into it. You've got time to get what you need in place. So, you know, before you dive headfirst into anything, you kind of really do want to just sit back and take stock. And as I mentioned through all of these steps, you know, you're going to be getting really, really clear on what is aligned with your true heart and soul and what you desire in your life. And so, you know, you're going to get really clear. You asked yourself earlier what it is that you need. And this is sort of, how are you going to put this into action? How are you going to make these steps? And of course, you know, with all of these steps, you may find that you do need support. And as a transformational coach and mentor, that's something that I do. So I am happy to discuss with you how I might be able to support you. So my booking link is included in the text part of this post or video. So please feel free to book in for a 30-minute session and we can chat about how that looks for you. And as for the 7 steps, you know, once you've gone through all 7 steps, you want to just repeat, you know, keep going back, keep cycling through as you're taking these steps to improve your life, to make things better. And, you know, it really just keeps going from there, and things do get better, and they will get better. All right, thank you everyone for watching, and lots of love to all of you. I hope you have a great evening wherever you are. Bye.